I gotta turn this up a little bit. Get some sound. Okay, so let's start from the top. Start from the top. Big Bird versus Dogura. Dogura. Nice anti-air. So this is already looking a little more troublesome. We actually see more aggressive play from Big Bird Zeku, whereas against Rashid, it's almost as if against Rashid you have to be on the defensive. So it by default gives you a better strategy than what he's going for at the beginning of this round. There is a thought to actually being aggressive against Urien. I don't think Urien should throw out fireballs much at all because it's just not worth the reward you might get for it. Compared to a jumping that your opponent could get, it's not worth it in my opinion. His fireballs aren't good enough at that point. So that's one of the reasons why I think Dogura is able to successfully anti-air him, because that's not where his focus is really at. That's not where his focus is at. It's not where his focus is at. Crouching jab. Oh, that's actually a good spacing on that violence knee drop. It may have had +1 advantage. And I guess a 4-frame character, +1 as Urien is okay. Oh, I don't know about that. He may have meant to do standing hard punch as an anti-air. So we're seeing more execution mistakes. A lot of optimization errors, I think you can say. Good confirm off of the standing medium kick, though. This corner position is really good. Oh, wow. That looked familiar. You do have it. You do have advantage here. It hit kind of weird. But if you crush counter your opponent with crouching hard punch, and then you do standing hard punch stance change, with young Zeku, you will have an advantage where you can do standing light kick, and then you can confirm into standing medium punch without counter hit. But this hit at a higher angle a higher height than usual, so he may have had even more. So he did a hesitation with the standing medium punch. Where's my sound? I can't hear nothing. The sound up? Yeah, it's just not coming through my headset. 1 second here. I gotta reset the sound. The old Bluetooth interference. So again, we see that standing hard punch. We saw Sako do the same thing. Against 4-frame characters, you do standing hard punch stance change or +1. Standing medium punch is 5 frames. So it's a frame trap against 4-frame characters. It's good. Random EX tackle. Random. So that jump, I'm telling you, it's not worth it yet. You have to be aware of a lot of things against Urien in this matchup. It's not particularly I don't know. Whereas Rashid, you saw a lot of Gachi-kun being unfamiliar and running into a lot of things. Urien does not have to do that. He doesn't have to play the same way he doesn't have to play the same style that Rashid does. He can be a little more defensive. I mean, Rashid can do that too, but let's be honest. Standing medium kick and a hard punch is not a real string. It will combo on counter hit, but there's a big gap between it. This should kill. I mean, it absolutely will kill. The soft rule, which doesn't always work out, is that when your opponent when they're about half their stun bar, that's when the super could potentially kill. Now, some characters have a lot of health. It doesn't. So if you're past this point, if you're like halfway between here and here, and they do the super, I'm almost 100% sure that's always going to kill. And at this point, doing the super from here, absolutely will kill. Yes, I am wearing a shirt of my own face, and it says Jibbo. It says... It's a good shirt. So, it's like Dogura is a older player, more experienced. He's been in this position more than Gachi-kun has. So, that look right here, this look from Dogura, me being an experienced player is saying, okay, strategy. He's thinking of a winning strategy against Big Bird Zeku, and he's like figuring out in his head, okay, this is all I have to do. I need to do this thing now. I see how he's hitting me. I can work through this, even though I don't have the information to really approach this match in a strategic method. I know enough about my opponent and what he's doing to formulate a game plan. This is, you see that's him being assured. Like, okay, I know how to do this. I know how to do this. I got this. I got it. The Lord give me strength face. No, I think that's confidence. I think that's him saying, all right, I know what to do. I know what to do. Lord, give me, Lord, give me strength. I think if I reviewed that match, he probably didn't lose like in a devastating way. Ooh, that was a good hard kick techie. See, oh my God. There's probably so much more better he could have done here. He did crouching jab. Maybe it was a missed input. Maybe he meant standing medium punch. Crouch jab, crouching medium punch. Standing medium punch would have comboed from here. Standing medium punch would have comboed. He could have done medium kick techie. He actually could have done light kick techie. This is something that I need to start doing. Is confirming the standing state. So you do crouching jab, counter hit, medium punch, light kick techie if they're standing, medium kick koku if they're crouching. That's going to be very difficult to pull off. But I think that's the optimal thing to do here. But this crouching medium punch is the furthest thing from being like a confirm. Unless he may have meant to do standing medium punch and missed input, that kind of thing. So crouching medium punch also counter hits. Now if crouching medium punch counter hits, you can combo into standing medium punch again if it counter hits. You can do standing light kick without counter hits. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. I'm going to turn the fight request off. So he does crouching jab. That will link into standing medium punch. And then he does medium punch, crouching medium punch, which also counter hits. That will link into standing medium punch. From this range, I think it'll work the same. So if you do this, you can go into medium kick koku. And if that does not counter it, you can still confirm into light kick and then koku. Even from here, I'm pretty sure you can do that. It's there. So a lot of optimization errors on Big Bird's part. But it's like you can take advantage of your opponent's unfamiliarity. So that standing medium kick and the standing hard punch, not a real string. Standing medium kick is +2, hard punch is 9. So that's a 7-frame window. You got to use standing medium punch. But if you're standing medium kick counter hits, then it'll combo into standing hard punch. So that might be what he's looking for. That was a good hard kick bond, but it was also dangerous. This angle here, I'm gonna try to show you exactly how tight this was. This was such a tight anti-air. He was within a few, like literally within a few frames. If this didn't have invincibility, that jumping light kick would have hit him. So what could have happened here is the bond could have went behind him. That could have happened if his jump was a little bit closer when he started it. If Big Bird was just further in range, the hard kick bond could have whiffed. It's such a bad feeling, and it feels like it's terrible. But it's just there. It's just there. See what I mean? It's like right above his head, right here. That could have been bad news. That could have been bad news. Like a Koku, hard kick Koku. Crazy. Nice confirm. So that's standing medium punch into the slide here. Yeah, that's what he had to do here. Crouching hard punch. The first hit might have hit, but the second hit of it might not have. So the slide is the perfect thing to do here. This is a really good confirm. Gives you a good knockdown, confirm. Back recovery. So Dogura is actually meeting the back recovery. It looks like he's waiting. Well, he dashed up and did medium punch. I wonder if he calculated that in his head on the fly, or if he was just doing that. I know after EX shoulder tackle, Urien has to stay there. I remember from playing Urien. If he dashes up, he doesn't have advantage. But it looks like he dashed up on purpose. I don't think this has advantage. I think he still could have mashed. You have 5 more frames, back recovery 15. Maybe it did. Standing medium punch. It's cutting it really close if it is. But in this case, he is addressing the back recovery of young Zeku. Whether it's like it training mode calculated or not, he's aware that it has more knockdown frames. So that's already a good start. That's that head nod. Yeah, I know. I got the right. I know what to do. But it seems like he doesn't know what to do against the slide, the roundhouse slide. Hard kick Koku. From that range, I don't mind it. And that was too obvious. Against Dogura, you need to use the slide in a way that's going to hit him a more guaranteed way. In this neutral, he's just being patient. I'm telling you, this is the product of him just. This is Dogura's level of confidence. He knows what to look for, and he's just waiting for that resource to get spent. And then he can approach the match in a safer way. So I don't know. Maybe you would have to use old Zeku more in that neutral situation to open up Dogura, to make him play a little bit more crazy. We haven't seen very many jumps from Dogura at all. The one jump that he did do got bond, or the one jump that I remember at least. No punish on the techie. Light kick, light kick, light kick. Nice neutral. I like the neutral jump from both players. It's like a level of respect for the neutral and the jump angles. That's an unfortunate anti-air. That was a good dash under. Good dash under. There's a slide. Not much advantage. I don't know about that. I don't know about that violence D drop. So you can see, oh, he's just trying to switch corner. He's trying to switch positions and place himself outside of the corner. That's what that violence D drop was, I think. And maybe even air to air if Big Bird jumped at him too. That could have been a solution there. So there's a slow slide activation. This is how Dogura is doing better than Gachi-kun. Because he's blocking a lot more and he's just waiting for this V-trigger mechanic to expire. And then he's playing a safer game. It's like if you're not optimized with your character, you may not be making more mistakes, but you have to make more right choices. So if you allow that person to make more choices, it's like they don't have the optimization to keep up with it. And I think that's Dogura's strategy here, just to keep blocking and do the safe plays and make him expire his resources. And that's what we see here. This feature activation is not bad by any means, but it's not as good as it should be, that it could potentially be. Crouching hard punch is -5. I don't think Urien can punish that. I don't think Urien doesn't have a 5 frame. Standing light kick into EX tackle, maybe. Maybe that will work, but maybe not at that range. But in any case, again, he just leaves the corner. It's a good punish. Oh no! I don't know if that's optimal or not. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that Urien combo, but in any case, that was such a crucial moment. So this is another situation where maybe both players aren't really sure what they want to do here. They're not really sure what the right approach is. Yeah, that standing light kick is bad news. He had the super and he had the V trigger. Maybe what he was thinking was that if I do standing light kick and then I Dante, maybe I can go beyond the reflector. Maybe he was trying to reduce the pressure of the Urien approaching him so that he wouldn't have to deal with like dash up grab, that kind of thing. So in that case, I would have done crouching jab. I would have done crouching jab to check dashes. But the long and short of it is he should have defended better. He should have more on defense. Maybe find a balance between being proactively defensive and being just purely blocking and reacting. He might have been able to jump out of the corner with the air jump. Maybe. Just depends on how ready Dogura was. Just depends on how ready he was. No punish on the target combo. I actually don't know what that is on block. Let me take a look. I'm sure it's very punishable. Zeku target combo. What are we looking at? Right here. Bushin Sokuso. -6. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. -6. Okay. I thought it'd be like 10 or 11. Nice confirm. So here's a bit of here's a small bit of optimizing that I haven't done yet, but I'm thinking about doing. When you're in the process of this combo and you see that their stun bar is high, you could potentially do a hard punch and then do the ender so that you stun them with the most damage possible. So instead of ending this with the hard punch, he could have ended it with the V trigger ender, which does a lot more damage. But he does have super. He could close this out with super. I don't think he could have. I don't know if there was a combination where he couldn't use super to kill there. I think the damage mitigation was too high to begin with. So in this particular situation, if that's true, finding where that V trigger ender was the right place to do it might not have mattered. Maybe. We're talking very, very fine-tuned optimization here. Hard kick Koku. If your opponent's not looking for it, then I guess it's fine, right? Ouch. What time is it? 6:58? Okay. Medium punch. Corner pressure. Nice. That was. I wonder if that's a good spacing for the violence knee drop to be plus on block anyways. Maybe. EX tackle. He's getting a lot off of that EX tackle. And I don't think he's doing it on reaction, like whiff punishing, or I think he's just throwing it out there to see what happens. Which is not a bad thing to do. Crush counter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You would think that this is a situation that's prepared beforehand. I don't think it is. Yeah, I'm not too sure what he did there. I'll tell you what. I know he plays can after this, so I'm not really interested in that. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to test some things against Yuri and what you could potentially do in the situation, if anything. You can throw, of course. You can throw here, but